right over left, create an overhand knot, take your left, you go over your right. And it's going to create something that looks just like that. A square knot. So what is a square knot? Well, essentially it's for tying two ends of ropes together. If they're different size ropes, it doesn't matter. Two ends of ropes together, if you need to join two ropes together, this is a great knot to use. For us in a line trade, we use it a lot for tying around a pole, just to get a rope secure around a pole, and we can rig off it. Like, you can do a lot of different things with it. It's a pretty strong, secure knot as well. So this is what a square knot is. Well, like I said, I'm right-handed. I always put the tail on my left hand, or it doesn't really matter. But the general rule of thumb is right over left, create an overhand knot, take your left, you go over your right. And it's going to create something that looks just like that. You should be able to do that with it. So that's a square knot. It's super easy to tie. So right over left, so left is right, go right over your left, and then you just make an overhand knot. Left over what's in your right hand now. So you go over it, and you have your square knot. So I'll show it to you up close. So you got your two ends. Take your right over your left. Tie an overhand knot like you're tying your shoelaces. Then you take your left, put it over your right. Square knot. Show it to you guys again. Right over left. Left over right. Now you can go the other way with it too. You can go left over right. You just go take your left, put it over your right, and then tie it. And then you go right over left, and it does the same thing. Where you mess up is if you go right over left and then right over left again, creates what we call a granny knot. You don't want granny knots because this thing will just become a knife knot. It's not good. So, alright, so we use this in application a lot for tying. We'll pretend this is something you need to tie around, right? So, you just put it around the object. So, here's your right, here's your left. Put the right over the left. Tie the overhand knot. Cinch it down. And then you take your left. Put it over your right. And then now you have a secure rope tied around whatever you want to. And you could pull on this thing all day long. And it ain't going to come undone. It's a super tight, secure knot. And then it comes out really easy as well. So you just have to wiggle it usually, and then the knot will come out. So if you were to tie the granny knot like I was talking to you about, so I went right over left, and then right over left again. This is not a good knot. Essentially, it's 2 half hitches, but it's not a very good knot, not for that application, and it'll become a knife knot. So, I mean, you go left over right as well. So you can go left over right. Just got to make sure you go right over left now. And you can always tell that it's a square knot by having the 2 ends come out on both sides. Right over left, left over right. As you can see, the two ends come out on the opposite sides together. So that's a square knot.